This area of Madrid brings up bad memories for Vanessa Silva. The Brazilian had a young daughter to feed and was desperate for money. That's how she ended up in the clutches of human traffickers who brought her to Spain.
When they recruit you, they paint a great picture. But when you get here, it's completely different. They took away my ID. Suddenly, I was all alone in the middle of nowhere.
For a decade, she was a sex worker here in Spain, where the demand for paid sex is the highest in Europe. It is the only EU country that has not regulated prostitution.
Spain is the European Thailand, an entry point for migrant women who fall victim to human trafficking every day. The government knows this, but does nothing.
But now the Spanish government is planning to introduce a law with harsh penalties for pimps and fines for clients. It wants to crack down on human trafficking and sexual exploitation. It's a step in the right direction, say Nieva Perez and Teresa Madueno. They work for an aid organization and check up on sex workers on the streets of Madrid.
The law wants to help women get out of prostitution, but it needs to be improved. That can help make sure they will also receive a legal resident status. This will give victims of human trafficking and sexual exploitation a perspective. This will also make it easier to report the perpetrators.
But Belén Draca opposes the law and fears for her livelihood. The Spanish woman says she is a sex worker by choice. She meets her clients at home or in a hotel. But if clients face punishment, prostitution will go underground, she says.
Prostitution isn't going to disappear. There are many examples from other countries that introduced such laws that show this. Prostitutes still exist, but their quality of life worsened if they can't practice their profession. Prostitution should not be criminalized. We need laws that recognize our work so that we too can be entitled to unemployment benefits, pensions, and so many other things.
Vanessa Silva visits the aid organization that helps sex workers.
The state has to make sure that women in precarious situations don't end up in prostitution in the first place, and that men don't buy sex. It can't be that women who have nothing to eat are forced to sleep with men who are disgusting, dirty, sick, violent drug addicts. There's no sexual freedom in that.
Vanessa Silva experienced terrible things as a sex worker. Though she has managed to leave it all behind, she still fears she might slip back into it.
As a dark-skinned woman of my age, I am unlikely to find work, and so there is a risk of falling back into prostitution.
That's why she wants to see tough laws against prostitution, human trafficking, and sexual exploitation. Not just in Spain, but throughout Europe.